You just watch for Jason to come through.
All right, Bannock County Commissioners are in session Tuesday, August 5th. I'd like to welcome the clerk with us today. Glad you could make it.
Hey, just in time.
Right on time. Starting off today with Indigent Services. Chantel.
Chantel Laulu with Indigent Services. The case that I have for you is case number 2025-0048. It's an application for cremation expenses through Cornelison Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The recommendation is a denial pursuant to Idaho Code 313403. Bannock County does not appear to be the last resource for payment of these final expenses based on the resources that I was able to find.
Okay, any discussion?
Nope. I'd make a motion on case 2025-0048 that we go with the recommendation and deny it.
We have a motion. We need to sign that. The top of it. We have a motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right. Wes.
Shirking your duties.
There's one meeting and nobody's ever gonna. How come I can't get the internet?
Good morning, Wes Jones, Bannock County Office of Emergency Management. Before you again, in regard to the SCOG rental agreement and the facility over there, so. And I know you had some questions in the past, so I brought paperwork, so hopefully I can answer everything and anything you bring up.
Commissioner Bullock, I know you got some, so we'll start
I
with
did.
you.
I did watch the proceedings the other day, and I really have and I thought Commissioner Moser asked a couple questions, and I didn't feel like he had the answer, and I'm not sure I have it either, but my understanding is the funds that is going to be used for the rent are going to come out of the Homeland Security Grant. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, secondary question of it is, if we don't use it for the rent, what else would we use it for?
It would be used for other emergency operation type functions. So when we have those funds coming in, we work from what's called the core capability list.
Yeah, give us the short version, Wes. We've all read all of this. So my question of it is, it could be used for other functions, but not necessarily.
True.
Okay, and are we going to short any of the other programs if we use it for the rent?
No.
So you have that excess capabilities
Yes.
to do that. Okay, the other question that I had is, and we tried to get this information before, tell me who benefits when I'm talking organizations, community, by us being in that building versus out where you are right now.
The community at large.
Okay, name names.
The citizens.
Okay, is that just citizens? Nobody else?
Well.
Any organizations?
Yeah, it'd be inclusive of all the nonprofit organizations that are set up for support and assistance to community well-being and welfare.
Okay, specifically?
Association of Aging, the Red Cross, Partners for Prosperity,
Which
Neighborhood Works.
is no longer in existence. Don't use that one,
Okay.
because I work
I'm
for
just-
them. But that's what I want to hear is who is going to benefit from us being in that building, not just the community, but other organizations. What collaboration? Because to me, that's a big deal. If we can increase the collaboration, if we can increase their efficiency with ours, we'll get more bang for that buck. That's what I'm really after, Wes.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's intended
So
for.
I understand Red Cross is going to move in right next to that location.
Yeah, they moved in last week or the first of this week, I think.
Okay. And CCOG, in the conversation I had with them, and just so I can pass it on to them, they felt like they could actually take your organization and assist you with the counties that they serve, which is in this southeastern corner.
That's correct.
And they felt like they had something to offer that you couldn't offer yourself with training, with the conference room. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that's what Lane talked to me about. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you for that information. So,
Commissioner Moser?
I'm still where I'm at. I don't think that there's parking there. I don't think that it's an efficient and effective center for if we have an emergency. I just don't believe that it's adequate. And I go back to the statement that it's not our property and we're paying rent to somebody else. We are in the process of building, planning on our own property, and I think that that's a wiser choice.
Okay. Anything else? Any questions for Will?
I don't know, it's more, my one thing, that's not I'm not refuting anything, I just thought, boy, we don't have the greatest parking out there now. We're probably a year and a half away from actually finishing the touches of what we're doing out there, I would assume, from what I understand. If I can be assured that this money is totally, it doesn't come out of the county's budget, it's a roll-through. If that rent is paid, it does not jeopardize any other program, I'm probably okay to test that thing for a year. If it doesn't work, we're gonna know it, you're gonna know it, and then we can, make the adjustment in the new building out there. That's kind of the direction. But again, it's gotta be shown to me, as long as the money is not coming out of our budget, how would that roll through?
It's coming out of our budget, because every dollar that's spent has to be budgeted.
But it's rolled
But
through.
it's passed through.
So it's passed
That money.
through. We're paying rent for the crisis center, or the District 6.
D6 is.
We're paying rent down there.
Because we don't have another option.
We don't have another option. And this could be a good option. I guess the proof is going to be the pudding, how well it's going to be, so
Let me
that's,
jump in here.
yeah.
What would your deliverables or measurables be that would indicate this is a success versus status quo?
Just the numbers of personnel that we could actually add to our cadre for the emergency response organization first. Secondly would be the input from the neighboring communities and those that actually are actively involved in emergency management. Those two big things. And then some of the training that we're getting put together so it's more specific to functionality, because everything we do in emergency management is performance-based, and we have to have those certifications to actually demonstrate proficiency and sign those off. So I would say those three areas.
So in regards to the trainings, you're anticipating that you would be able to get more people to your trainings if we were down here versus where you're at now. Is that a correct statement?
Yeah, we have more seating capacity, so we're not limited by the number of students.
Okay, so that would be one real good measurable, is if you were able to increase attendance at your trainings. And then the collaboration numbers. Okay.
So you do your training right now in Chubbuck generally, and they
If-
don't charge you,
If we can get in there.
and we wouldn't have any more seating capacity here than we have in Chubbuck.
Yeah, they're about the same. I think the comparable size of the room is about the same, I think.
Okay. Well, I would entertain a motion, or I'll throw one out if nobody else wants to. Then I would,
You know my motion.
Yes, I would move that we approve the move with the funds coming from the pass-through grant and go from there.
I would look to have you amend that and put a time period on that.
1 year, sign a 1-year lease?
Because then, at that point, we'll be heavy-duty into engineering and everything else. It's either going to work within a year or it's not. And I think that gives you the incentive to prove it, to make sure that we do have the numbers. I can agree that, we're closer to the city of Pocatello, farther from the county, sheriff's department, there's some give and take. But I'm willing to, if you'll amend your motion to include a time period.
So a 1-year lease at the CCOG building. Okay,
Okay.
we have a motion. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
Okay. Motion passes.
Okay, thanks for your time.
You bet. Shanda.
Yeah, good.
Good morning, Commissioners. Shanda Crystal, Chief Procurement Officer. I have one item before the board today, and that is to discuss potentially utilizing Road and Bridge staff for the abatement, demolition, and backfill of the old Event Center office. I am joined here with
Kyle Burmester, Public Works Director. Dan Kendall, Facilities Director.
So a couple weeks ago, I came before the board with a change order that was a little shocking for me and led us down a different path. That change order was for abatement to the tune of over $45,000. I was then asked to start looking for some different options that we had, right, whether we could do internally. We did know that Headwaters was also not thrilled with that number and was also tracking down additional quotes at that time. So Kyle, do you want to speak to a little bit of what we found out about potentially doing the abatement internally?
So yeah, so I was asked to kind of see where we were at and what we could do that way. There is a few new regulations that kind of got amended for government entities and what they do with abatement, to where we're limited to 160 square foot of area that we could remove. I went and measured it yesterday and we're like at 206. I mean, it's like right there. So where we would be at if we did the abatement is being over that threshold. I've communicated with Boise and everything, what we were gonna do and everything, and they were great with the safety of our employees and everything we were doing. It's just following that rule. Once we pass that, we would either have to have an employee trained into the observation of the project going and be there at all times, or hire somebody. So when I was going and asking and talking to DEQ here locally and in Boise, I asked them about this bid, and they thought that was unheard of. For the amount that we have, they said that's almost 4 times what they would see normally, and so they said, if anything, go out for more bids because that's not correct. But then last night while I was measuring, I was told by the contractor that there was a new number, and which is a lot better number.
So we could do it internally, but we would either have to train or hire somebody to observe us going forward, which would still cost us a little bit of money. The bid that he's talking about, we do have a not to exceed $10,000 if we would also agree to waive our landfill fees as part of that bid. And we also have another one that Headwaters is hoping to get in this morning, but did not have it in time for the meeting. So they are still looking at other companies to do this. But $10,000 is a lot different discussion in a change order than 45.
And I'm 100% to go with the other bid and let them take care of that. Just the liabilities and stuff that go along with it. And then the other part of that is the demolition of the building. And Dan sent us an email, or he sent an email, and I read that Headwaters is willing to go either way with that. Because it is already in our bid, I'm saying just let them do it, let them do the compaction. Then if we have any concerns or problems with the pavement or any, sloughing or anything else go on, it's already involved in the bid, and so we've already planned on paying for that. That'll allow you guys to continue doing what you're doing with Road and Bridge, and it just lets Headwaters direct and keep going 100% on their dime, or our dime. But that's the way I feel.
So we don't have a number back from Headwaters yet, but we're expecting one today.
So if we're
Second
talking
bid.
abatement, we have one additional bid that's not to exceed $10,000.
That's
And
the
there's,
Sunoco or whatever it is?
no, nope, that is 37.
Okay, that's what.
Yeah, the initial
I was
one
looking at that one, well, it's not jiving. Okay.
Oh,
was $46,000.
Okay.
So
sorry,
it's-
the
that's a
37 is something else.
Little difference.
Yeah, 39,000 and then 6,000 for the lead demo, so.
All right, because that wasn't jiving up what we were talking about, so, all right.
So we have one company that has come in at not to exceed 10,000 if we dump it in our landfill and give them the ability to do that.
Yes.
And then
And they're
we're waiting
hoping-
for a second one
Correct.
to see.
And there could be a little discussion, because this first one that was real high, it's talking about vinyl flooring, and what I've got from the regulatory side of thing is the vinyl flooring, if you're demoing, can go with demo, it doesn't need to be abated. If you're remodeling, it has to be abated, but if you're completely demoing, since the only asbestos in the flooring is the glue, and it's not friable, it's not gonna, that they're good with that being just, so I don't know on their bid what they're saying they're all, I guess it would look close at that, what they're.
Okay.
I asked Jonathan about this, and I think he talked with you about it a little bit, didn't he? About road and bridge funds for demolition.
Yeah.
And by the statute, it's not okay,
Unless it's on a bridge.
unless it's on a bridge.
Well, we could build a bridge.
You'd have to build a bridge under it and then demolish it. So,
Build a bridge to get there.
so I think it's a better option, what we're faced
I
with.
concur with that. What I would like to see is, I would like to see actual bid
Correct.
with stating all of the criteria that we have concerns about. You know, the landfill capabilities, we can address that once we get that bid. And if we did it ourselves, we would be taking it to our landfill.
Yeah,
So-
and with that part of it, if that's part of their bid, you're looking at a pretty minimal what you would take by taking it for free,
I agree.
because you're not looking at a lot of material.
So you don't have actually in hand, other than a bid not to exceed. Have they signed that bid?
No. No,
Okay,
that
well,
is,
I'd like to see
Well,
that, but I
and we're
think,
waiting for the second bid.
second bid, but I think we're going down the right direction.
I think all of us are in alignment that we'd prefer Headwaters to do it, get us a bid that's signed that we can then move
That-
with, but
yes, that would come back before the board in a change order. Yes, before anything happened. But I didn't ask for the change order just in case we went in a different direction today. But yes, that piece for abatement will come back before the board in a change order to be reviewed and with the details and all of that at that time.
okay.
So we can look and review whichever Headwaters would feel and Dan would feel more comfortable with. I would have them between the two, have that as a change order to come back before the board. Okay.
Good, but
And in regards to then the demo and the backfill, that is, like Commissioner Moser pointed out, a part of the contract. It will not come back before the board in the form of a change order. But Commissioner Huff, that is what you're looking at, would be a credit of the 37.6.
Okay.
That's what that number was if we did that in-house, that's the credit that would come back before the county. But
That makes more sense, thank you.
okay.
just
Just
wanted to,
because it's in the bid already and
Right.
Yeah.
timelines and stuff, and then the liability for the parking lot if it started to sink or have a problem.
And I agree, if they're licensed, they have to prove that that's gonna be a good parking lot without a hole in about 10 years. So I'm good with that.
Okay,
so we'll proceed forward with Headwaters as normal for the demolition and the backfill of the building, and look for the new abatement bid this morning, and then bring that before the board in a change order with the details in it.
sounds good.
Perfect. Will do.
Good to see you, Mr. Kendall.
Good to see you.
Now you're back home.
You survived the night?
Are you gonna have to introduce yourself to everybody else around here now?
Kyle, thank you for your work on this, appreciate that a lot.
I will say that that building was amazing. Everybody that I talked to down there last night
Thank you.
really enjoyed it.
It was a great time last night. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thanks.
You look good on the news.
I'm not watching it.
Neither is anybody else.
Krista Clausen.
Mr. Clauser, Comptroller, well, Dan's leaving. I have an invoice for pickleball equipment for the ARPA building, or the exhibit hall building, to use ARPA funds. I didn't realize that was a part of the scope of the project, and I don't have a category for that item. So I'm just.
How much was it?
The equipment's $228, but there's also, I guess, lines already in the flooring that's going to be above and beyond that, and I didn't realize that was, again, included in the scope of the project. So I just needed that clarification.
Instead of paying it out of ARPA, just take it out of his budget.
Take it out of Pill too.
I mean, for the amount, I mean, it got ordered, it wasn't something that we intended, but it happened, and for $220, I mean, for everything that went on down there, well, that's mine.
And I noticed they had it actually striped before they sawed the floor. So they put that in, because I noticed they, with the saw marks, they were in after the tape. Now that, man, them guys are so efficient to have them in, you know, so I agree.
Okay. That'll work then.
The next item I have is an executive session. 74206E is what legal told us that would fall under.
Okay, I'd go ahead and make a motion to go into executive session under 74-2061E.